What's up, party people? So Scooby Doo, it's a show that has many different iterations of it, from the original to when they were kids to when they decided to look like Family Guy characters for some reason. Different people like different versions, but there's been one version that has never been attempted. Nobody has ever tried to make Scooby and the Gang dark, edgy, and attend high school. In live action, I should add. It wasn't until this fan-funded TV pilot decided to take this idea head on, and it is a vibe. Think CW Riverdale meets Scooby Doo. So as long as this show doesn't have a subplot about Shaggy selling tickling videos of himself, I'll be content. And yeah, that was a subplot on Riverdale, I'm not making that up. So this Scooby Doo show does have an interesting concept, but let's see if they can pull it off like a rubber mask. We start off with a classic voiceover and have some Euphoria music in the background.
Welcome to Coolsville. A town once stuck in the past, but ever improving, striving towards its bright future.
But things get pretty crazy pretty fast. Oh no, Fred's family's getting attacked by the Spirit Store's mascot. And this is supposed to be like an intense scene, but I'm getting distracted by Fred's YouTube play button in the background. Because that means either Fred has a successful YouTube channel on the side, maybe making some mukbang content, or his family has a family vlog channel. You know, I bet the Ace family's under that mask, just trying to take out the competition. So after that, we meet Daphne and her mother really wants her to win Homecoming Queen.
Does Reginald have breakfast prepared?
Of course. That man is a wizard in the kitchen.
I'm starving. French toast?
French toast? Daphne, sweetheart, that's nothing but fat and carbs. This is a big week for you. Homecoming queen is a big responsibility, and a queen must look and act like royalty. So we're back on no carbs, okay?
Jesus, was this character inspired by Jeanette McCurdy's mother? God.
So we're back on no carbs, okay?
But now we meet Scooby and Shaggy, and unlike the other live action movies where they hired a cartoon to play Scooby, this one they just hired a dog. So I did do some research into this, and turns out the cartoon dog was just too expensive, which I get, it is a fan-made show, but I mean, this one doesn't even talk. But lucky for you guys, I was able to find a script online and add in subtitles where Scooby was supposed to talk.
Breakfast is served. How about one of our special Scooby snacks,
We meet Shaggy's dad, who calls him Norville because that's Shaggy's real name. No one actually refers to Shaggy as Shaggy in the show, which will come back in a bit. Also, Shaggy's dad is the sheriff.
Norville, you're gonna make me late again. Get dressed, move your ass, let's go.
And I'm sure Shaggy's dad has been busy because you remember that scene with Fred's parents? Yeah, that ghost killed Fred's family. Brutal? I know.
There's that arm I've heard so much about.
Were you guys waiting around the corner to do a sarcastic clap?
All of that power, and yet still terrible aim. Didn't Daddy ever teach you how to follow through?
What are you talking about? He was lifting weights, not throwing a baseball.
Oh, come on, Jones. Can't take a joke? Guess there's another thing Daddy didn't teach you, huh? Too late now.
Hey man, I know it's really in right now to make fun of orphans, but can you come up with some original material? It could be something like, man, I bet you really relate to that guy in Home Alone. Come on, it's not that hard.
What the hell's going on in here? Nothing, Coach.
You should probably pick that up. I think that's your lawyer calling you to tell you that Warner Brothers is gonna sue you. We finally meet Velma, whose mother is having a rough morning.
Jinkies.
And see if you can pick up on this subtle screenwriting trick to reveal that Velma's father has passed away.
We miss you, Dad.
Did you catch it? Hold on, I'll play it again.
We miss you, Dad.
You see, her saying, "We miss you, Dad," and then looking up implies that he is looking down on her from heaven. Yeah, being on Screenwriter Talk really pays off. So Fred gets told his options moving forward without having any parents, with his lawyer, the sheriff, and the school principal
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Bergman. Now that you've arrived, I take it we can proceed?
I understand why the lawyer's there. I sort of understand why the sheriff is there, but why is the principal there? These are like legal issues, not why you were tardy for class. Yeah, you know, I'm just here to explain to you why I wasn't here on Monday. I was at my parents' funeral, so I hope that's a good enough excuse for you. You can call my home to try and confirm this, but no one will be there to pick up.
There's no right or wrong answer on this, son. Take all the time you need.
So one thing you might have noticed is that these high schoolers look like they might have been held back a couple of years.
Now, when I call your name, that's right. Seth Summers leading the charge.
It's definitely not the worst aging down I've seen in TV shows or movies, but it is a little distracting seeing a bunch of 30-year-olds running around in Letterman jackets, which is interesting because the bully that was making fun of Fred for not having parents is dating Daphne.
That's our boy, King of the Red Devils.
Seth.
Seth.
As soon as you change this shirt. How many times do I have to tell you, if you wear a yellow shirt with your Letterman jacket, you look like Ronald McDonald? It's embarrassing.
Of course, babe.
Yeah, I have to admit, he does look like a clown. Fred ends up meeting Velma in the library when he's trying to figure out some stuff about demonology and finds out that Velma's mom is also into this stuff. And if you didn't know, Velma's supposed to be very awkward.
I'm sorry. I'm not good at human interaction. At least that's what my mom tells me. And honestly, I agree. It's way too stressful thinking about subtext and intention and all the other aspects of conversation that can go terribly wrong.
Then we find out that that spirit mascot also killed Velma's father.
Had red eyes, didn't it? Seemingly like hellfire searing your very soul.
How did you know that?
Damn, Velma's family were also family vloggers? Why else would the Ace family come after them? So Shaggy's having a warehouse party that night, but no one realizes that Shaggy's the one hosting the event because the name Shaggy is like his alter ego. Before the party though, Shaggy gets bullied by the jocks to buy some refreshments.
What's up, guys? What can I do for you? We just wanted to make sure you bring some refreshments with you. You know, keep the party interesting.
Refreshments.
You need Shaggy to buy you drinks? Dude, I think the cashier would take your AARP card at this point.
That's more like it. And bring something strong. I'm feeling crazy. You feeling crazy, Skylar?
Oh, I'm always feeling crazy, Dad.
Oh, you're feeling crazy tonight. Okay, I'm thinking about bringing some LaCroix by, maybe some Canada Dry, and we are going crazy tonight, so maybe I'll bring some Coke. Oh, sorry, I know that might be a little confusing. When I said Coke, I meant like Coke, the drug. Later on, Shaggy actually does meet up with a drug dealer, so I guess he might actually be buying some Coke.
This is the place. What am I doing, Scoob? Yeah, I know what I'm doing, genius. You're a lot of help. Yeah, well, it's not that easy, pal. Stay here. I'll be right back.
So the jocks ask Shaggy to buy refreshments, and then he buys drugs. Okay. And the drugs this dealer has? Sounds like a 5-year-old came up with the names.
What can I do for you, Shaggy? Fizzle rocks, jingle jangle, or maybe you're in the mood for something different.
Are you buying drugs or candy? Because either or, I'm down to try some jingle jangle. Sounds like a drug that Santa's elves use.
What's the strongest stuff you got? I like your sense of adventure. Man after my own heart. This ought to do it right here. Joy juice? Exactly.
Shaggy buys the Joy Juice, which is something I would expect to get from Barney the dinosaur and not a drug dealer. Shaggy meets up with the jocks later.
They're late. I know I'm neglecting the party, Scoob. Right now, I'm trying to make sure there's a me left to run the party. Oh, yeah. Real mature.
Hey, Norville!
So it turns out these jocks didn't buy these refreshments or drugs to use them, but they're actually trying to use the drugs to take down Daphne's main competition for becoming homecoming queen.
Seth, what are you not telling me?
Devin and Skylar are buying Jangle or something off that Rogers kid. They're gonna plan it on Ophelia at the party. After that, One quick snap and a social media upload later, and Little Miss Perfect's drug problem is gonna be all over the internet.
Oh my god, these guys are gonna plant drugs on someone just so Daphne can win Homecoming Queen? Getting Homecoming Queen is more cutthroat than getting the Iron Throne. So Fred and Velma go to her mom's bookstore, where Fred then convinces Velma to read a Latin spell to summon a demon. Yeah, I can't see this going wrong in any way.
What just happened? Do you believe me now?
Beginning to come around to the idea?
What was that?
Fred, he wasn't gonna attack you, he's just a fan of your family vlogs. He wanted to give you a hug after everything that happened.
What was that thing?
I mean, at first glance, he looked like a minor.
I know, seeing a minor in this show? Jinkies. So it turns out Fred and Velma didn't read the terms and conditions for activating a spell like this.
What did we open?
Well, if the text is to be believed, and if the minor is the scout, then we've opened a portal to hell.
That's why you always read the terms and conditions. The newest update for Twitter says the exact same thing. So they figure out that the minor's heading to Shaggy's warehouse party, which, you know, is pretty bad because you don't want minors at your party.
Good stuff.
We got this stuff.
Joy juice. Supposed to be the new big thing. Perfect. Don't let anybody see you with that.
Yes, don't let anyone see you with this drug that I am just holding up in public for everyone to see.
Get it to Ophelia. In her drink, directly down her throat, I don't care. Just make sure I can see her using it. Clear?
Hold on, you're putting this in her drink? Yeah, that's not really planting drugs on someone, that's more just drugging them.
You look really pretty today.
Thank you.
Yeah. You always wear this kind of...
I literally always wear yellow.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I hope you really recorded this guy drugging this girl, because that will ruin her chances of becoming Homecoming Queen.
What the hell? Smooth move, princess.
I was doing you a favor.
Oh yeah? How do you figure?
That drink was...
That drink was what, Daphne?
It was full of calories, and I'll know you don't need any more of those.
Yeah, let's make fun of the girl who almost got drugged. Also, why are you covering up for your boyfriend? Like, this is not the chivalry you want. This is a red flag.
I said keep your eyes peeled.
Velma, he's over 6 feet tall and dressed like a minor. I think he's gonna stick out.
Yep, he's dressed like a minor, so he's probably wearing some Gucci and doing the latest TikTok dances. What? Is this guy half tiger? If you're trying to make this guy scary, you should have put this in. Now that would have frightened everyone. So the minor gets into the party. I know, I can't believe he didn't get ID'd either. And then Fred starts to fight him.
Asshole!
Oh my god, he's not a minor, he's Thor. And it looks like he's from the timeline where Thanos won. So the minor gets sent back to heck, and I'm just glad they have a good return policy. So the next day, Daphne and her friends are talking about the attack, and I'm not kidding here, Daphne gets asked a question and just never answers it.
I heard it was a really methed out homeless guy. Sophie, I'm telling you, it was those assholes from Brewer trying to scare us before the game. I don't know. Daphne, what do you think? Daphne.
No, Daphne, they're talking about the minor attack, not that your boyfriend almost drugged a girl. You don't need to stay silent on this.
Daphne.
So since the cops don't have enough evidence on this minor, they try and pin it all on this one guy, and I have to admit, it's quite a twist.
Found a bunch of these all over the high school. Figured I'd bring one by. Could be a lead.
Shaggy presents. Who's Shaggy?
Oh my god, he doesn't realize that Shaggy is his son. Whoa. Better bring in that school principal because he knows what to do in these situations. So that's it for the pilot episode, and while this is far from a perfect show, for a fan-made thing, it was better than I was expecting. They do a lot of small references to other Scooby Doo shows. The cinematography looks great. Definitely not the best written show.
Now, 2-1 is a solid start to the season. No cap.
But you can tell everyone working on this really cares about Scooby Doo. They're currently crowdfunding for the second episode, and if you're interested, I'll link it below. But that's it for me today, and as always, if you like what you see, you know what to do all the YouTube things. YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy this video. Are they right? I don't know, but I will catch you on the next one.